You know, I had a long car ride home to think about this movie, and this might be the most easiest but hardest movie to sell to you guys, for better or for worse. What's going on, my YouTubers, subscribers? Hope you guys are having a great start to your weekend, because we got a new horror movie coming out in the spooky season. That is the new Jordan Peele produced movie, Him. First, Tyriq Withers and Marlon Wayans, and I got back from seeing this movie, and oh god, is this movie good? This movie I can sum up in one word only: bizarre. Just bizarre. Because literally the trailer for this movie make it seem like it's one thing, but then I walked out of the movie with realizing that it's not that at all. Is it a football horror movie? Yes, for sure, yeah, but at the same time, it's also not like it's not as good as I want it to be, but it's also not as good as the trailer made it seem like it's gonna be too. That's what I'm saying. This is a movie that's kind of hard to like really tell you guys, because like I said, you would think like it's about this thing, but it's kind of like a lot of things really, but that don't really go anywhere. I think the best way to really put this movie in perspective is this. Think of it like this. Imagine you have a bunch of ingredients, like a really good ingredients, just like, you know, steak and vegetables and oil, really great ingredients. You put them all in a pan and you stir them up together with a mediocre director, and then you taste the dish, which is the movie. You're kind of just like, well, that's just bland crap. That's this movie, more or less. And it's infuriating, because there are a lot of good things I liked about this movie, a lot of good elements, but at the end of the day, none of the elements really matter or pay off or go anywhere by the time the credits start rolling. It makes you just kind of be like, well, that was just nothing. It's good, the good and bad, why I feel like Him officially in theaters tomorrow. Oh, do you need to rush to see this? Well, here we go. For all the acting in the movie, I'm going to say the acting is absolutely great. Marlon Wayans, my god, I'm just telling you, like, this is not the same Marlon Wayans we saw back in the 90s, stuff like that, you know, being on the Wayans Brothers and shit. He has cemented that he can be a serious actor when he steps up to the plate. He crushed it. He can go from being insane to being calm to being cool to being collected to being completely unhinged. He's all of that in this movie. He was great. He was one of the ingredients, one of the elements in the movie I praised the most. He was great. Also, Tyriq Withers, he was good in the movie too, as being that vessel into this world that we're following with the world of football and shit. That's just like, wow, it's a lot deeper than I thought. When it's throwing a football, it's like blood, guts, and gore, and heart, and soul, and the devil and shit in this movie. But not really. The overall acting in the movie was spot on. It was great. That was one of the good elements of the film. Pretty much the easy version of the plot is that Marlon Wayans recruits Cameron as, you know, to be the next GOAT, to be the next, you know, MVP, the greatest person of all time in football. And while Cameron's under Marlon Wayans' roof and, you know, traded with and stuff like that, a lot of weird things start happening, shit like that. Like, oh, why are people getting tortured with footballs and shit? But if this cult, what's going on? So you got the questions, he's got the questions, and then we don't really get the answer. It's getting good in the movie. Like I said, it's a horror movie. How's the horror? On paper, it's there. The movie is creepy when it needs to be creepy. Like I said, there are a lot of creepy images, creepy elements in the movie, creepy things creeping up behind people. And then, of course, there is blood, guts, and gore and mayhem in the movie, just even though it's kind of shoehorned in. I'm not going to spoil it. Just know that the blood and guts are in the movie, but it's shoehorned in the movie. So when you watch it, you'll be like, I feel like that was just tacked on, like in post-production. That was just tacked on. Another good thing in the movie, the fact that it has a lot of good elements, good metaphors, good, like, you know, if you want to be the greatest, well, you're going to sacrifice, you know, football, family, stuff like that. Those elements are also in the movie too. It doesn't get too preachy with it. Got that Jordan Peele kind of, you know, he didn't direct the movie, he just produced it, but it's got his fingerprints in it, so you kind of tell like that. That's kind of where the good kind of ends, because I'm just like, as many of these elements, as many of these ideas that are being talked about in the movie, are they being executed? Not really. And I'm just left with this kind of like, okay, what was the movie trying to tell us? What was the movie doing? Because when the movie gets to the end and, you know, things kind of get explained to us, because the movie just thought we were stupid for the past hour and a half. When it's explained to you, it's less interesting. You're just like, let me piece it together myself. And then like, okay, now the movie had to tell us it. Just tell us to tell. Then, like I said, the last act of this movie was just kind of just like, again, it just felt like it was just like someone had an idea right before release date. Was like, wait a minute, film this scene real quick, because we gotta really punch home it's a horror movie, so just film this last 10 minutes of the movie. Does that make sense? It does not. Will it gel? Probably not. People are gonna see it? Maybe not. Are they gonna care? Definitely not. At the end of the day, Him was a movie that I couldn't really make heads or tails of it, but like I said, it's a movie that's good in parts, but not good as a whole. Marlon Wayans crushed it. Camera was great in the movie. Tyriq Withers, a lot of good elements, good ideas in the movie, but none of them were ever realized enough to make me be like, yeah, totally general audience, go see this movie. You'll have a great time with it. You'll walk out of the movie being like, it was kind of confusing and it was weird, and I didn't like it, and I'm not gonna get my time back. I'm gonna see it, stream it, or skip it. I can't even really say, so I'll let you decide if you decide to go see it. I'm officially in theaters tomorrow. You see it, go see it, let me know your thoughts on it, and yeah, spooky seasons it's kind of came to a halt with this film. Next week will be The Strangers Chapter 2. Hopefully that's better. And as always, subscribe. Until next time.